What's up guys, it's Dono. In this video I'm going to be talking about how to count syllables because I got a question based on that. I thought that I had already made a video on this because it's in all my courses, how to count syllables, because it relates to so many other things as a fundamental skill. So that's a shameless plug. If you want to pick them up, they'll be in the links down below. One of them costs money, the other one costs money. The other one is completely free. So if you want to check it out, start learning how to write your first verse, check that out. Don't usually put, advertisements for myself up at the front, so let's move things along. So basically, counting syllables is an essential skill for rapping because it's going to help you determine your line length. And what you need to know first is what a syllable is. A syllable is basically the smallest unit of sound, so the very smallest chunks that you can break sound into. And then words are made up of syllables. So, for example, a word that's just one syllable is pay, because there's only one sound in that word. Now, another word, shipping, that's two syllables because you've got shipping, and those are two distinct sounds. So as you break down words, you're going to see a different number of syllables based on how many sounds are in the words. This is not the same as letters, but it's the number of sounds. Now, words can go all the way up to a ton of syllables, right? You can have 5-syllable words like exceptionally, exceptionally. So what you're probably more interested in is how you actually count syllables. So there's two main methods that I've run into to help you figure out how to sound out syllables. One is the clapping method and one is the robot method. So the clapping method is the one that's probably more common or more well known. It seems like a lot more people use this. So basically, to use the clapping method, you clap for each sound in the word, and that's supposed to help you count it out. So if we have the word tighten, for example, it would be tighten, right? Or frighten, or parrot, or go, or electrocute. Now, the method that I typically find a little bit more helpful is the robot method, where you actually really over-enunciate and kind of talk like a robot, because that style of speech naturally brings out each sound in each word. So for example, if you were to say chair, right, that's one word. But if you said window, right, like a robot, it breaks up each count and you can see how many syllables are in it. So you might say microphone, right? 3. So that's the one that I think is a lot more useful, because when you kind of talk like this robot voice that a lot of people are familiar with, it naturally breaks out those syllables for you. Now, counting syllables is really useful for two things. One is writing multi-syllable rhymes. When you write multi-syllable rhymes, you need the syllables to match up. You need the rhymes to come in the same place. Now, that's an advanced concept that you'll probably learn about later as you learn more about rap, and I've got some videos on that if you want to check it out, but that's one reason it's important. Another reason that knowing your syllable counts is important is because it's going to help you determine how many words and what words to put in your lines. Typically, lines run about 10 to 16 syllables. There's all kinds of exceptions and differences, but 10 to 16 is a general rule. So knowing how many syllables is gonna help you out there, right? If you have a line with 27 syllables, it's gonna be really difficult as a beginner to pronounce. One last thing, if you're having trouble counting syllables, I think probably the best way to learn is through more practice. So what you should do is get a random word generator, pick a word, try to count the syllables, and then look up how many syllables are in that word. That way you can test what you think is going on against the actual answer and really quickly learn how to count syllables. That's all I've got for this video, so as always, if you have any questions, comments, topics you want me to cover, throw them down in the box below. I already shouted out my course, we won't go over that, but I do have a website, rapbetter.com, where you can check out some more free resources. And that's it. I will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date on the videos, and if you have any questions, comments, or topics you want me to cover, leave them down in the box below and I'll get to them as soon as possible. See you next time.